don't want to be free. Psychologically, we don't want to be free. Our actions don't show it. Understand that we live within the mind of our oppressor. This whole reality was designed to steal, kill, and destroy from nature. Human beings are a part of nature. African Americans just want to go get money, get cars, get houses, get clothes, and feel empowered and be like the lower self. Understand that everything is set up against you and for you not to get and be equal to your lower self because you're better than your lower self. You're here to evolve and show your lower self what to do. You want to be empowered? Check this out. What's empowering all of this? This right here, nature. And nobody's tending to it. Nobody's paying attention to this little space right here. This system offers us nothing but an illusion, a false sense of power through materialism. And it's not only until we begin to get back into our human nature and connect back to the source that we will begin to become powerful. But until we connect back to God, to nature, we will remain powerless, man. Reflect the light from the all seeing on three. The devil tried hard.
Okay.
The devil tried hard to break me down. Went through my trials and came out. The devil.
What is it?
Old me.
Oh, I hate that. But you have to turn off the volume, okay? See, it's psychological. All this stuff, we don't realize how we are being psychologically damaged because we keep begging for the people that made the problem, started the problem, is the problem, solve the problem. When are we going to start solving our problems? And like the man was saying, we've been doing that since the 70s when your average black man was able to go to work and make some good money. You know, like I was saying in my other video, when they start making that money, what they do, start buying Cadillacs. And then it was a time where black men couldn't even buy a Cadillac. They didn't want black men buying Cadillac because having a Cadillac was a sign of prestige, grandeur. And then, okay, let's get their money. Because you know what? When black people get Cadillacs, they go put another $2,000 worth of stuff on it. And it starts a fight. I know the Cadillac that my father had, somebody was up and tried to break in the garage numerous times. And one time they did get in there and took all his tires. All 4 tires. He literally went in there and tried to leave. And he was wondering why the car wasn't backing up. Got out. They had the car up on some bricks. Yeah. And that's what happened to a lot of families. They worshipped. You had one worshiping God and one worshiping money. And neither one was really helpful to the community. Because the ones that was really worshiping God, all they was really worried about satisfying and making the church and the pastor and the first lady happy. Ones that's worshiping the money, all they want to do is get materialistic stuff. They wasn't teaching the kids anything. They wasn't paying attention to what the kids were doing or saying. It's all bad. And until we do get back to letting nature teach us and being more natural oriented, getting back to holistic food and healing and learning, we will never be free. We don't teach our kids about the significance of Civil War. We don't teach them about the significance of and how we are really still living in the antebellum times. To me, we still living in antebellum times because we sat up there and we got all these rights and segregation done away with, Jim Crow done away with, but we still living like we did in the 1800s. We still don't have no respect. You could go downtown and go in any building downtown, and you could count the number of black folks working there. Well, it depends on where you live, because Atlanta is mostly blacks, and mostly they got money, and they have. But what kind of businesses they running? Is it international besides music? That's the only thing they're gonna let us have international. Because to them, we will never be nothing but entertainers. And they look at everything as entertainers, black people and children and women. How can you sit up there and make a child pornography? And people literally buy it. We're gonna have to really wake up and start taking stuff more serious. You know, especially as women. If we have any indication that a man is abusing a child, we need to do something about it. We need some street justice. We need some action. Oh, it's getting pathetic.
Can I interest you in something called
Ugh. And every time, free food drive-through event. Oh, that was yesterday. Somebody said it's funny how we see these posts after the event has ended. Uh, ah, okay. I just heard that the oldest living survivor of the Tulsa Race Massacre, in her own words, just died. Don't let them bury my story. Uh, I tell you, we don't teach our kids enough about this stuff. They need to know how the true enemy operates. I seen that movie about the Rosewood massacre, and they done way worse. Way worse. And they always talking about uh that it wasn't no compensation and all this stuff. When are we going to start? We have to start going around the back door, because you see how long they took for us to let us go through the front door. And by the time they let us start going through the front door, they didn't already devise a plan to make that door very narrow. And see, we done already missed that boat. We need to start concentrating on another path. We didn't miss that boat of getting recompensation and that a mule and 2 acres and 4 acres and all that stuff. We missed that boat when we sat back and didn't say nothing when we had the opportunity. Yes. Instead of begging for civil rights, you should have been demanding our 4 acres and a mule. and a boat to get the fuck out of this country. Um, okay, somebody said, but the Japanese that were in camps for 2 years got $20,000. $20,000. There's no comparison. We lost more than just being the Japanese. They was rounded up and their rights was taken and they was made to step in these camps and all this stuff. Way worse happened to us. And what happened to us could never be counted in dollars.
Here is your inspiring woman for November 25th, Sarah Gilbert. Sarah Catherine Gilbert is an English vaccinologist who is a professor of vaccinology at the University of
Because we got too many MAGA nuts, black
in the development of
MAGAs.
vaccines against influenza and emerging viral pathogens.
Mm-hmm.
She led the development and testing of the universal flu vaccine,
Yeah.
which underwent clinical trials in 2011. On December
So
30th, 2020, the Oxford
we have to go another route.
COVID-19 vaccine she co-developed with the Oxford Vaccine Group was approved for use in the United Kingdom.
She lived to be 111 years. The barn where Emmett Till was killed has now been purchased by the Emmett Till Interpretive Center after a donation from Hollywood producer and writer Shonda Rhimes. Really? The barn is still up. I guess it's a national. Center purchased site of Emmett Till's killing after donation. I recommend the book The Barn. I am learning Mississippi history at 55. I should have learned in high school. Yeah. Because the people that lived in Mississippi, a lot of them don't even know the history of Mississippi and don't want to know. Don't want to know. All they want to do is sit up and make money, go out and party, look sexy, fight, argue, you know, instead of getting involved. I'm going to read off the Black interest groups of 2025. Black Lives Matter, Black Alliance for Just Immigration, Trans Women of Color Collective, Black Girls Code, NAACP, Common Ground Foundation, the Trayvon Martin Foundation, the Pennsylvania Prison Society, Blackout for Human Rights, Insight Women of Color Against Violence, the Andre Lloyd Project, National Black Justice Coalition, We Are Here, Million Hoodies, Color of Change, the Black Youth Project, Cut 50, Day of Empathy, Clemency Now, the Innocence Project, My Brother's Keeper. I believe that's something that Barack started, I think. Sounds familiar. National Urban League, Black Women's Blueprint, the Empowerment Program, Fierce NYC, National Action Network. It's a lot of black interest groups out here. How many people know anything about it? Why not every black person on this planet not involved in black interest groups? You know why? Because our brains, our minds is still enslaved by the white man. A lot of us is scared of change. A lot of us is fearful that they're gonna piss the white people off. And we wasn't taught to be that way growing up. I gotta go. Thank you for listening. Look up, Google it. All the black interest groups. Thank you for listening. Please subscribe and leave a comment. Have a good day.